Hello students. So after a 2 day gap, now let's start doing the part of literature. And this chapter, what we have taken from the English book, that is the first flight. Okay, and this will be the first chapter, and the name of the chapter will be A Letter to God. Now the name of the author or the writer is, that is Mr. G.L. Fuentes. Now please do remember the name of the author or the name of the writer. Okay, why? Because this would come in the exam, or this might come in the exam, or even for the part of general knowledge, it is good. Now, Mr. G.L. Fuentes is technically a Mexican writer. He is also, a famous journalist of that time when this story was written. Now, this story would suddenly take a twist at the end, and of course, if you already know the story, then you already know that what happens in the end. But let's assume that you guys do not know the ending. So I'll be opening up the climax scene or the ending to you. So remember the word irony or ironical. Okay, so there would, at the end of the story, you would find the story a bit, humorous in nature, a bit, funny in nature, and also there is an irony, hiding in it. So I'll be telling you what that irony is. So as I told you that the story, revolves around an area which is in Latin America, because we could, find it out. Why? Because of the word currency, and the currency over there is pesos or pesos. So that is being run over there. जैसे इंडिया के अंदर रुपी चलता है, and all of the countries के अंदर different currency, right? Like Europe के अंदर यूरो चलता है, which is now being a contradiction. But anyway, so let's now come on to the word A Letter to God, written by G.L. Fuentes or Fuentes. Now, as I told you, he's a Mexican writer, also a journalist, and the end is of course humorous and ironical. Now, why I have written all these particular points so that I don't miss onto a point, because this is actually a funny story. But anyway, now, so the story actually revolves around a house which is on a crest of a hill. What do you mean by the word crest? Crest means the peak, the top of a small hill. So there are all the other hills as well, but this is talking, or this story revolves around a small house on the top of a small hill. Okay. And the surrounding view is pretty beautiful. It's more, the rural kind of good flowers and fields and birds and sun and everything. Okay. So it's on the crest of a hill. If, by the way, somebody actually sees the surroundings, then he would be able to see a river which is flowing, below it, and also he would be able to see large amount of cornfields. Okay. The main character of this particular story, and the name of that character is Lencho, okay, who's a farmer. Now, main character is of course Lencho, who's a farmer. Now, Lencho has got this cornfield where he has sowed a certain corn in the field. Now, what he actually does is he expects now, as all the other farmers in the world does, is after sowing the crop, they would expect a bumper amount of rainfall. Why? Because normally they don't have those kind of advanced resources like tube wells and pumps, so they expect actually the natural rainfall to come and water up their plants. So he is expecting rain for a good harvest, and he even says in the story that this time I've got the feeling that this particular rain will bring pesos for us. So he expects. What do you mean that he says when he speaks of the word that he expects pesos to be brought by rain? Because ultimately, if there is going to be a good harvest, then of course that good harvest is going to bring pesos. Now, so a wife also, because as like conventional families, wife also believes in God, and she says, of course, God willing. God willing means यदि God की इच्छा हुई तो of course बारिश अच्छी आ जाएगी. So wife expects God willing rain to come and fill up the desire of Lencho, and ultimately this particular Lencho, if his desires are met, common sense, the family would be able to sustain for one more year. They would be able to get food. They will not be able to get hungry to the bed, and so on and so forth. Now, of course, Lencho has got children who are elder also, and who are younger children also. So Lencho कि जो एल्डर चिल्ड्रन है वो अपने फादर को फार्म के अंदर हेल्प करते हैं, सो दे आर वर्किंग इन द फील्ड एंड द यंगर चिल्ड्रन आर normally playing outside and they do not have tension and they are just messing around. Now all of a sudden, there's a hush of this particular wave of air actually which was just swept through the farm, and there is a hailstorm. Now what is this hailstorm? When small pieces of ice actually comes down, pouring in the form of rain, and that is known as hailstorm. And this hailstorm arrives, and now Lencho starts getting a bit tensed. Why? Because he knows that if this hailstorm remains over there for a bit more longer period of duration, then what is going to happen? The entire cornfield is going to get devastated by it. But why is cornfield going to get devastated? Because when the hail or that particular pieces of ice is going to get, or come pouring down on those particular seeds or the fruits, then of course those particular crops are going to get destroyed. And exactly the same thing happens, after certain interval of time when this continuously hailstorm does not stops, and now Lencho thinks that this year we will not have any food. Now what do we need to do? Okay, and ultimately when this hailstorm stops, then Lencho sees only a blanket of thick layer of ice right on the field, right? And Lencho now thinks that now the entire crop is devastated because there are no leaves, all the flowers have now been pelted down, and now he is thinking as in what to do, what not to do. Children on the other hand, that's also an irony, because children on the other hand, they are not tensed, they are least bothered. Children are playing, and they are playing in that pearls of snow. Okay, now they are calling this particular thing as frozen pearls. But the point is, why are they calling this entire scenario as frozen pearls? Because hail or those particular pieces of ice are white in color, and which is looking now are glowing like pearl, because pearl is also kind of whitish in color. So children are just not at all bothered. They are completely tense free, and they are now thinking that there are frozen pearls all across. So Lencho on the other hand is, while he's seeing his children, he is happy because they are playing in a very jovial and nice fashion. But what he is really worried about is that there is not going to be any crop or any harvest this year. So what are they going to eat? How are they going to sustain through the entire year? So Lencho is tense because the crops got destroyed. Now Lencho, tells his family that I just can't understand. This damage is not even caused by swarms. Now what do you mean by the word swarms? जैसे अभी आपने सुना होगा, there are these locusts everywhere which are now attacking, in the North Capital region, the NCR and the Delhi, and the Gurgaon region in Haryana and all across. There are these locusts, the swarms, which are now swarming all across the field and destroying everything what is coming in between. So Lencho is thinking that even swarms do not destroy such a huge amount of field in no time, and this hailstorm has now destroyed it. Now since Lencho is a firm believer in God, he now starts praying to God, and so does the family. But instead of completely praying, he has got this firm faith in God that of course God is going to listen to him and do something for this hailstorm. So what he does is he sits over there and he starts writing a letter to a God. Now you all guys of course would think that this is funny, because even if he writes a letter to God, no point, because where is he going to post it? But Lencho just does not think about it. Lencho sees that there is a letter which needs to be written, because God is ultimately my my power behind my faith and each and everything, and he has to listen to me. So what he writes in the letter is that, God, you already know now what is the condition over here. Hailstorm has destroyed my entire crop, and I do not have actually any pesos left. So what you need to do is you need to give me around 100 pesos so that I can carry on through this entire year, and also with the help of those 100 pesos, I would be able to buy the seeds for the next crop to be sown. Okay. So what you need to do is you need to send me these 100 pesos whatsoever, howsoever, I don't know. Okay. Now, as I told you that pesos is the currency in Latin America, so they call it as pesos. Now, this letter, next day he goes and he posts over there in that post box, and as soon as this post box में जब ये letter जाता है उसके बाद में then there is this particular letter collector who will come from the post office. So there is this collector, and he by the way sees this, and the address being mentioned over there on the front was to God. And he smiled and laughs and then says, who on earth is going to write a letter to God? And he, finds it pretty amusing and pretty funny. So he brings that letter to the postmaster. Now the postmaster or the main head over there actually sees this letter and he starts laughing all across. But after, smiling and laughing, he all of a sudden becomes, a bit more serious or a bit serious. And then he says that what a faith this particular guy has on God. That he has posted a letter on, to God and demanding certain money. So we can't just, smile and, laugh and do nothing about this particular person. We need to help this guy. So what this postmaster or the head of this particular, office does, he starts, asking as a charitable work, he starts asking his fellow employees and fellow colleagues to actually do what? To contribute. To contribute towards what? To contribute some money so that that particular money can be enclosed in the same letter and can be handed over to whom? Handed over to, of course, our favorite Lencho. And that's what these guys do. Unfortunately, these guys tried, contributing a lot of money, but they could only collect around 70 pesos. Now finally, letter master or the postmaster says that, okay, fine, it is much more better than, giving nothing. So what he does is he puts that 70 pesos in that same envelope, and of course, he only writes by God. Means from God, okay? So he writes that particular letter and he only writes sent by God, nothing else. Now Lencho, the next day, he is just so having that strong faith within that he believed that of course the letter is going to reach God and God is also going to send the money the very next day. So he comes up, the next day pretty early and he sits over there. And then those guys from the post office hand him his letter. And over there he reads that it is being sent from God. So he, opened it up and he finds there that there are only 70 pesos over there. Now he should have, shown a reaction. He should have, or he should have or must have got amused by it or shocked by it, but he does not, show any reaction. Now this statement in your book clearly suggests the kind of strong faith this guy has. Otherwise, he would be shocked to see, some money from this particular envelope. But he is not. And he got a bit angry. So what he does is he comes out, he goes to another table, and then he starts writing right over there at the post office itself, again a letter to God. And what he writes over there is pretty funny. So what he writes is that, dear God, thanks for sending those 70 pesos, but unfortunately, I only received those 70 pesos. So next time what I want is when you send the remaining amount, please do not send it through mail because I find that these guys are crooked. That's shocking because ultimately these were the guys, I'm talking about the post office guys, these were the guys who actually helped him out. But ultimately Lencho is charging, that's what is being mentioned on the letter, that please don't send the money because I think that you must have sent those 100 pesos, but what I think is out of them, they must have taken certain money out. So please do not send that money through this mail because I think that these guys are crooked. What do you mean by the word crooked? That ye log pakka kuch chor type ke, cunning type ke, not very honest kind of people hai. So that is all with the part of story. Now, what do you get out of this story? That this guy had faith in God and somebody whom he has never ever seen. But actually the humans helped him, and at the end of the story he is charging the same humans crooked in spite of helping him because he thinks that humans can do this kind of dishonesty. because God has, or God must have, sent me around those 100 pesos. But that's what this Lencho thinks. So this is the irony of the story, that everybody of us actually believes in God much more than humans or much more than things. So this is all from my side, and this is the quick summary about from a letter to God. So what you need to do is, after listening to this summary or after listening to this lecture, what you need to do is just go through the chapter. Read all those words very carefully, and then, after this lecture ends up, then I'm going to ask you to do certain activities related to this particular chapter. Okay. In the next 5 and 6 days, we should be able to complete around 5 or 6 different chapters or poems on this. Okay. Thank you guys so much. It's wonderful that you guys, are still sitting and watching this lecture. Thank you guys. Enjoy, keep smiling, and always love every elder person whom you meet. Okay. Thank you guys. Bye.